we do it together.
Cheers, brother.
Cheers, brother.
Let's do this.
Cheers, everybody. Let's do this. Woo! Welcome back to the Poor Boys, everybody. With our final Poor Boys March Madness Extravaganza stream, we're going to do a little talk. There's not a whole lot to talk about because the tournament is over. But
for the last stream, should we say the last stream of 2022 for March Madness? Next year we'll do 2023. So
yes,
it is not over.
Man, I'll tell you this. I'll tell you what. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're a sports fan or not. You can always appreciate the underdog. You can always appreciate, somebody that somebody says can't do something coming in and doing something. And I'll tell you what. I don't care what anybody says. I got to shout out St. Peter's, smallest school to make it to the Elite Eight. They knocked off some really big teams to get there, including Purdue, including Kentucky in the first round. I mean, just huge craziness going on in the tournament. We are going to talk a little bit about kind of how that finalized up.
Yeah,
our last stream, we ended on the Elite Eight, I believe.
Yeah, I mean, and it was a good tournament, and like you touched on, St. Peter's pretty much ruined brackets.
Dude,
they absolutely destroyed a bunch of brackets. But it's fun because a lot of people didn't pick the winner, and it's crazy because I typically pick North Carolina to win because I'm a North Carolina fan, and if they're in the tournament, I'm going to pick them. And it's probably the first year, and maybe 5 or 6 that I did not pick them to win, and we'll get into that a little bit later. But St. Peter's was the bracket buster all tournament long, and it was absolutely freaking awesome.
And not only the bracket buster, but they broke NCAA. They broke NCAA records.
Yes,
the lowest seeded team ever in NCAA history to make it to the Elite Eight, man. That is a story in and of itself right there.
Absolutely.
So, this whole tournament's been awesome, man.
I mean, they started off beating freaking excuse me, that Chuck just got to me. They started off beating Kentucky in the first round.
Dude, I had Kentucky going to the Final Four, bro. Right there, my bracket was shot, buddy. Absolutely shot.
What up, Lisa? What up, Mike? How y'all doing? Good to see you.
Hey, what's up, Lisa? Thanks for popping in. WTF, Mike? What's up, buddy? How you doing, bro?
And there were a couple other teams. I'm not going to go through all of them, but didn't expect Texas Tech to go as far as they did. Didn't expect Arkansas to go as far as they did. Didn't expect Houston. I did expect Houston to go as far as they did. But
Miami made it to the freaking Elite Eight, bro.
Miami was there. No one expected that. Providence didn't really see that coming either. There were some legit game busters, or not game busters, but bracket busters that no one really expected, and it made for a great tournament just because of the randomness of the games and these teams that weren't expected to be in there. So it made for a hell of a tournament. It was very fun to watch. A lot of good games went on, a few overtime games, but man, it's a hell of a tournament. That is for sure.
The one upset that I did actually pick in the tournament was New Mexico State over UConn. I did have New Mexico State beating UConn, and I'm not saying nobody because I'm sure somebody else picked them, but very few people picked New Mexico State to beat UConn just from the way UConn was coming into the tournament off the wins that they had, the season that they had. Nobody expected that to happen, bro. And that's what I love about this tournament. You get these low-seeded teams that come in and they get underestimated. People, they come into this tournament and people are like, oh, you're nobody. You have, an 18th of the amount of student body we have, and you're going to come into this tournament and we're going to blow you out. Well, guess what? New Mexico State took UConn out in the first round, and I had that picked. New Mexico State is a very strong team. They came out of a very crazy win off the last game they played in their tournament. They got into this because they won their, you know what I mean? Like, they earned their spot in this tournament, and they proved that they had a reason to be there.
That they did.
So,
and what's up, Miss
Robert,
Kathy Bates?
How we doing, Robert? Thanks for coming in,
What
buddy.
up, Robert? Cheers to everybody.
Kathy Bates, I love you, lady. Thank you for coming in.
She said she was going to divorce us earlier, so we may need
to
talk. We need to talk about that because she's going to be divorcing us. So I expect to have a written piece of paper.
She already sent me a paper trying to divorce me, but I've burned them a couple of times. So she sent me an electronic copy of it. I can't burn that because I don't want to burn my phone. But
yeah, she told everybody that she was going to divorce us. So I feel kind of I feel a little saddened by that comment. But yeah, man. So like I said, we're going to talk a little bit. We know the tournament's over. We're a couple days behind. I had a busy weekend. For those that don't know, I went to WrestleMania on Saturday, which was fucking phenomenal. Absolutely loved every minute of it. And then on Sunday, I did the watch along with Doris for WrestleMania Night 2. And then, Monday and Tuesday, work week and all that good stuff. So, yeah, we're a little bit behind because it ended on Monday. So we're only 2 days behind. So it's not like we're like a week behind. So, yeah.
Robert, we are actually talking about the NCAA men's basketball tournament that ended on Monday night. We're going to be talking about a few of the rounds. We were going to do a live stream this weekend. However, Sir Chad had plans to go to WrestleMania, which was dope. I got to watch a bunch of cool videos and see a bunch of shit that he got to go do. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. So, I mean, he had, like he said, he's ticking off bucket list items. He got to go to an NCAA tournament. He got to go to WrestleMania. So it's been a crazy couple weeks for him. And so we've been kind of postponing a few things, but we're going to talk a little bit about that. We do have a surprise review kind of towards, to top everything off at the end of this. I'm gonna jump right in real quick. We're just gonna start start with the Elite Eight.
Well, let me share real quick so people can actually follow along. All right. I'm not having to scroll a bunch of different ways.
No, you're good. Yeah, this one should be easy because it's there's only a few brackets.
Excuse me. So yeah.
All right. So we're gonna go ahead. We are talking about the Elite Eight in the NCAA men's tournament. We're gonna start off with number 4 Arkansas at number 2 Duke. Duke did end up winning that game by almost 10 points, beat them by 9 points at the final buzzer. That was actually a really good game. I watched that game. Coach K, like I said, amazing coach. This is his final year. I'm really happy to see that his Blue Devils made it as far as they did and did as well as they did in this tournament because to top off a career like he had at Duke is absolutely fantastic.
And again, I think well, don't mind the ticker up top. But I think that really the NCAA, the very last game of the season for Duke, North Carolina ran all over them at Cameron Indoor and just destroyed Duke. And that was Coach K's last game at Cameron, aka Duke.
We'll get there, bro. We'll get there.
Yeah, but I'm it's just I think they did well because I think the NCAA wanted them to kind of move into these big spots, and we're not going to get into it just yet, but yeah,
of course. So Duke did end up beating Arkansas 78-69 to move on to the Final Four round. The next bracket in the Elite Eight was number 8 North Carolina at number 15 St. Peter's, and like I said earlier, this was the Cinderella story of the NCAA tournament this year. Number 15 team, the only team in NCAA history to make it this far at that low of a seed ever in the entire tournament. So it was very fun to watch them play. Mm-hmm. Their total student body population is just over 3,000 people. Yeah, so if you think about the size schools they're playing, I mean, come on, man. That's like David and Goliath, bro. That's literally like David taking on Goliath and coming out on top every single time. It was unbelievable. But North Carolina did show their prowess and did show that they are a Final Four and national championship team by mopping the floor with St. Peter's in the Elite Eight, 69-49. Beat them by 20 points, basically.
Yeah,
kind of shut them down in that game, man.
I mean, North Carolina has about 2,000 people per class, and I mean, it's just and I figured UNC would run all over them. But I do want to address Mike just real quick. We don't have anything set up for tipping as of yet, so I don't know what link you're maybe referring to. I'm not sure.
Yes,
We
we
don't
will
have,
at some point in time. We're trying to work on that right now.
yeah, we'll probably have like a Venmo or a PayPal or something like that.
Yep.
But we don't have anything like that set up yet. So I'm not sure where you're seeing a link at, unless it's like in the description, but I didn't see one down there. But go ahead, carry on.
But yeah, let us know what you're talking about, Mike, so we can figure it out.
But North Carolina just had their way with St. Peter's. Again, hell of a run by St. Peter's. Again, a small school.
My hat's off to him, bro.
Yeah, ranked number 15. No other 15 seed has ever been to the Elite Eight. The highest seed was a number 12. So they broke that record. So congratulations to them and their coach. Well done. Well, hell of a tournament for them.
Yes, it was absolutely an amazing tournament for them. Mike said in your video description. In the stream description.
Oh, shoot. Hold on. I didn't mean to do that. Hold on. I'm not going to go search right now, but hold on. Go ahead. Because, yeah.
All right. So the next game in the Elite Eight, we had number 5, Houston, taking on number 2, Villanova. Villanova did end up coming out on top of this game by 6 points at the final buzzer. Houston, and we talked about them a few times in our streams throughout this tournament. Houston is an amazing ball club, man. They put together a run in this tournament that was unlike anybody else's. They beat some really good teams to get where they are. They were kind of underrated. Not a lot of people had them picked to go as far as they did, I don't think. I have to, again, take my hats off to Houston for getting as far as they did and beating the teams that they beat to get to number 2, Villanova. Villanova is a hard team to beat no matter what you do. Okay, I mean, they show up to play. They're a basketball school. Houston is not really known for their basketball. You know what I mean? Like, they are, but they aren't. You know what I mean? And to have them go as far as they did and beat the teams they did was pretty impressive. So hats off to Houston. They did drop to Villanova by 6 points in the Elite Eight. Villanova did move on to the Final Four. Last game in the Elite Eight, number 1, Kansas, taking on number 10, Miami. I was really hoping Miami would show up to play in this game. Kansas showed why they were ranked number 1 in this game. They did beat them 76-50. So that was a 26-point deficit by Kansas over Miami, which set up the Final Four. And the Final Four was number 2, Duke, at number 8, Carolina, and number 2, Villanova at number 1, Kansas. What's really funny about the Final Four is that both of the teams that won the Final Four put up the same amount of points.
Yes.
And I don't know how many times in Final Four history that's happened, but both North Carolina and Kansas in the Final Four put up 81 points against their opponent. They had the exact same amount of points to move on to the Final Four. So the Final Four, number 2, Duke, North Carolina. Absolutely.
Man, was that a game? Was that a great game?
Oh my God, it was a great game.
That was a back and forth game. Again, North Carolina knocked out Coach K for the second time this season. But I think the NCAA really wanted to see that matchup. I think they're very happy to see that matchup for the Final Four. It was an amazing game played in New Orleans. Both teams were playing extremely hard. Damn good game. It was a damn good game. And North Carolina just made a couple extra free throws and a couple extra shots down the stretch.
Honestly, that game came down to bonus.
Yeah.
That game came down to the bonus. What team was in bonus, and they had to foul to stop the clock to keep the game going. And then that's all it came down to, man. That game was a close game. Coach K's last game in Duke. Again, absolutely amazing career. I mean, there's not much more you can say about the guy. His stats speak for himself, bro. I mean, he's been around. He's done this for most of his life. I mean, he's just an amazing coach. He will be missed in the NCAA for sure. But North Carolina did knock off Duke by 4 points, 81-77. The other Final Four game, number 2, Villanova against number 1, Kansas. Now, I thought this was going to be a closer game. I really did. And Kansas proved me wrong. Kansas came out and put up 81 points. Like I said, the exact same points that North Carolina scored against Duke to Villanova's 65 points. Absolutely just destroyed Villanova, which I don't think anybody could have called that. I think everybody that watched, everybody that picked or called that game said that it was going to be a close game.
Yeah, and I thought that was going to be a little bit closer as well. Villanova was playing very well. But Kansas, they have that difference maker. He is their point guard. They sometimes use him as a decoy. They sometimes use him in like the main. He's not a decoy. He is actually he scores all the points, all the threes, and everything like that.
Yep.
And in this game, they kind of interchanged and they used him as a decoy a little bit, and they also used him as an actual a points getter. And he had a damn big game, and I think he had like 25 points that game. And so he's interchangeable. I forgot his name, but he is their point guard. He is damn good.
Right.
But yeah, I didn't expect it to be a blowout like it was.
No, not at all. I don't think, like I said, I don't think anybody picked that to be a blowout. Those two teams were too solid to one of them blow the other one out.
Mm-hmm. Very true. Very true. So with that being said, that led us right.
So those two games set up an absolutely insane championship game.
I agree 100% on that.
And I'm going to tell you why. If you guys didn't watch the game or hear about the game, it was number 8 North Carolina at number 1 Kansas. Okay, North Carolina was up by, I believe, like 15 points at halftime.
Yeah,
they were dominating the first half.
They were up. I think it was like 40-15 or 35-15. So they were just North Carolina was just destroying Kansas. Absolutely. Yep. And I even told a couple of my friends at halftime, hey, North Carolina's going to win this, and insert shoe and mouth.
Yep.
Because that kind of came back to bite me. But
but that's the thing is that Kansas came out after halftime and showed the nation why they were ranked number 1 in their division coming into this tournament. They came back, they made up the deficit, and then topped that by 4 points. And Kansas is our national champions for this year, winning over North Carolina 72-69. How we doing, Monica? Thanks for popping in. Appreciate you.
And there was an interesting point in that game. Yes, Kansas won, obviously. It was a damn great game. It was a bunch of back and forth. Kansas made a dramatic second half run, and the game ended up being tied a couple of times, and North Carolina would go up, and then Kansas would tie it back, and they would go up. So the second half was a little bit better than the first half within action. But then toward the very end of the game, with probably about a minute left, North Carolina's forward was driving to the basket, and his ankle and his knee buckled and turned. Well, I was just thinking maybe he stepped and his shoe kind of got stuck, stuck on the floor, and he twisted it. Well, after review of that particular video, the part of the basketball court where he did that, the floor actually gave in and buckled, and that's why his leg buckled. So I don't know if there's damage. I don't know if he sprained his ankle, tore a knee, whatever. I don't know any of that. But it was kind of sad because he was a senior. He was having a great game. I'm not sure if that would have changed the outcome of the game, but it's just sad to see him at the very end of the game with a minute left. That happened, and the floor buckle, and then he ends his college career, with that happening. So that kind of sucked.
Yep, it did. Again, like I said, this tournament's been absolutely amazing, man. So many different stories to talk about. So many things have happened. Teams that have won that nobody expected to win. And then, Kansas, the Kansas Jayhawks were your NCAA men's champion this year. Congratulations to them don't get me wrong. They had to beat some teams to get there. They did not have an easy road to the championship game. They really did not.
You look up. You kind of just follow them. I think they're in this lower bracket here. So they had Texas Southern. Okay. Then they had Creighton, which a little bit. Then they had Providence.
Yeah.
And then they had Miami. So,
maybe they did skate through, bro. Like, they kind of blew through it, bro. Like, if you look at the scores, the only couple games that were close was the Providence game and the Creighton game. The other two games were blowouts.
Yeah. But they were saying that Kansas hasn't won the whole championship since 2008 or something. random like that. So it had been a while. You always think, okay, Kansas always wins it. Well, they really don't. It's been
No.
quite a while since they've actually won it. So because I remember I used to choose North Carolina and Kansas to always meet in the championship. I used to always choose those two schools if they were in it, and yet the one year I don't do it, booyah, they're both there. So I'm like, shit. So, it is what it is. No biggie. But yeah, so Rock Chalk Jayhawk has won the 2022 March Madness tournament that was held in New Orleans on Monday night. So,
yeah, I love you too, Kathy.
So that's how that tournament has gone. But I said it was a fun tournament to watch. A lot of bracket busters, a lot of good games, some overtime games. Saw some things that you didn't get to see. And the fact that I got to mark something off my bucket list and actually go to the first round, and I got to actually go see North Carolina play, thought that was pretty cool. So, what's up, Miss Samantha Lee? How are you? Good to see you.
Hey, Samantha Lee, how we doing?
So.
Oh man. So yeah, like I said, my bracket day one was just done. All right. I mean, I was literally out of it. So let's get into that a little bit because I kind of want to talk about kind of our little bracket thing that we had going on. Obviously, we had no money riding on it. It was just a friendly bracket, and
just a little friendly fun,
So out of the people that joined our bracket, I have to give my hats off to your brother because your brother ended up taking the title, taking the championship.
Yep.
He had the highest points out of everybody that did brackets with us this year. So he will be receiving a 3D printed trophy from me. I've already got it set up and ready to go. Got to do a little tweaking to it real quick, and then I'll get that off to him. But yeah, so congratulations, that was awesome.
And I think the funny thing is, I was the commissioner or the admin or whatever. I set it all up, and so my bracket was called "I'm Gonna Win," and it's funny that I should put that because I was dead last.
Yeah, it didn't work out so well.
Kind of.
What's really funny is that the elite, I think it was the Final Four and the championship game. Neither one of me and you could get any points because all of our picks were gone. Yeah. So after the Elite Eight, me and you were just sitting back watching everybody else rack up points, twiddling our thumbs because we screwed up. Bad. There was nothing we could do. We screwed up bad, bro. It was not pretty, bro.
It was bad. But yeah, so my brother took away the first inaugural Poor Boys March Madness tournament. So we'll be doing it again next year. And as the year goes on, we'll talk about, if we'll be putting money on it or if we'll just be kind of doing like a, kind of like what we did this year. Just say, hey, if you win, you win. You'll get some type of trophy or something like that, just to kind of keep it fun. So we'll talk about it, and as it gets closer to next year, I'm sure we'll get ideas from people. So I would have gotten the Doink trophy.
Oh God.
But yeah, so that's kind of how that all went down this year. So it was entertaining. It was a fun ride.
Hey, it was fun, man. Like this was our first year doing it, and it went pretty smooth. Everything kind of rolled the way it was supposed to, except for who won and lost in the tournament. Everything else was great. I don't know, man. I think next year I'm gonna go a little crazy. I think I'm gonna go underdog heavy next year and see what happens. You know what I mean?
I think next year, instead of just having everybody do one bracket, at least set up two or possibly even three.
There you go.
So that that way you can you can kind of have two different ones that are, a little bit different. So kind of may set you up for a little bit better. And oddly enough, I'm watching Kansas play baseball right now. So that's funny. As we're talking Kansas, I'm watching their baseball team play.
Right. So. All right. So that wraps up the March Madness. We did have a surprise review set up for this stream. I did receive a few awesome Martin House beers that we were gonna review tonight for all the lovely people out there. I don't know if anybody, like I said, I don't know. Like I said, if you're from Texas or if you're from Martin House, we are going to be doing the cookies and cream. This one the cookies is a stout, and the cream is an ale. One is a 6%, one is a 6.2%. I have actually been told that we are supposed to mix those beers together to make kind of like a merriment of flavors for
cookies and cream ice cream-ish.
Exactly. But I would be very irresponsible as an alcoholic, as a drinker, to not try each one of them individually before I mix them, because I kind of want to get a little bit of a taste of each one first.
Yeah, you need to try both of them because they both have a different taste. And you'll see why that they combine so well when you try both of them separately.
So. All right, so I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to crack open the cookies real quick.
Just so do the cookies first. This is a cookie dough stout.
Yes, this is Martin House's cookie dough stout, 6.2 ABV, made in Texas by Texans.
So what is your first smell right off the bat? I mean, it smells chocolate.
I get
fudge.
Yeah, I get more of the fudge. I get a lot of the.
It smells like an Oreo cookie.
It almost smells like cookie dough batter, kind of, sort of, right off the bat.
Yeah, it smells like an Oreo cookie-ish.
Right. All right, I'm gonna take a small sip of this because I am gonna mix it. So we're gonna take a small sip of this. Ooh.
It's very chocolate heavy,
chocolatey, and like
very, very chocolately. It's a very thin beer. Like when you think of a stout, you think of a very thick stout.
Yeah,
this is not a thick stout at all. It's a thinner stout, but it is very chocolate forward.
It's still but it still has that velvety taste like a traditional stout would. It's a little bit heavier than a normal beer. It's a light stout, but it is on the heavier side when you're talking about beers themselves, because you do get a little bit of that velvety kind of gooey goodness almost.
Yeah. I mean, it's like
so now I'm going to pop the cream, and this is a rich cream ale. This is 6% ABV. Yes, hashtag creamy. And, oh, man.
That's like a vanilla.
Yeah, I'm getting a lot of vanilla out of it.
Vanilla, maybe some like sweet bread.
It's like I almost get like a half and half kind of smell off of like the back end of it.
Yeah, it's like a little bit of like a milk or a vanilla.
Yeah. Hey Nora, how we doing, buddy? Thanks for coming in. I'm gonna go ahead and taste this real quick. I'm gonna take a small sip. Cheers, everybody. Oh man,
and that tastes like the filling of an Oreo cookie or like that vanilla frosting on like a cake or something like that.
It almost, God, man, that almost tastes like a freaking. Hold on.
But it is very vanilla forward.
It almost tastes like a cream soda or something almost. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's got that aroma and that taste of a cream soda without the finish of the sweetness.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's not super sweet. It's very mild.
Yes.
But taking a sip of the cookies, taking a sip of the cream, you can automatically tell when they combine. It'll probably taste pretty damn good together. Because it's like a chocolate chip cookie. It's gonna be dunked in some vanilla milk or almond milk or something like that. That's just like.
Well, this chocolate chip cookie is gonna be dunked in my stomach. Like I'm ready for it to be in my stomach, bro. All right, so I'm actually gonna start with the stout because it's a little bit of a heavier.
Well, no. Do a 50-50. Like pour them in the glass at the same time. So do like a 50
because it's gonna bubble the fuck out of it.
Well, don't pour it so fast. Do it kind of slow, and then when you see it kind of go up, just stop. But do it.
Hold on, I'm gonna tip my camera down so people can see me pouring this thing. Oh, can you see my beer glass? Can
And
you
I'm
see
doing
it?
the same. Yeah, I'm doing the
All
same
right.
thing. It's just on my desk. So
All right. Here we go.
just don't do it crazy fast. And let it kind of do its thing for a second. I guess I could turn my camera down. There. Ah! Nope. Didn't do it. But we do need to wait to this frothy. I mean, so the head on the beer, as you can see, it's like an oatmeal-ish brown. It's a very dark or a darker type of head. So it's like it's a nice brown head there. Let that go down so I can pour a little bit more in there. And Kathy Bates, no, I'll leave that to you, girl. Get that Twinkie.
God, look at the amount of head on this thing, bro.
I know.
Holy
We're
shit
just gonna
balls.
have to let it do its thing for a second. Just let it do its thing.
All right, hold up. I'm moving this camera back up
because I'm letting mine do its thing. So.
Oh my God, look at that, everybody! I'm telling you what, that is some freaking head right there.
Excuse me.
That's some good head.
That's what I said.
That's some good road head right there. Is what that is right there.
So yeah, we're gonna let that kind of filter down. But again, it's a nice.
But see, and that's the one thing that a lot of people don't realize too is that the foam itself, when you're drinking your beer, you get a little bit of that foam on your lips and the foam on your whatever. The taste of the foam is actually different than the beer. It's a little bit sweeter sometimes than the actual beer is because of the fact that it's been aerated, it's bubbled. It's basically like carbonating something without carbonating. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So it adds a little bit something to it. So I actually like to wait until there's a little bit of head left and then drink it with the head in the beer because you get a little bit more of the flavors. And not only that, but the scent and the smell is a big part of it. When you're tasting or trying a beer, just the smell of it can change the taste of it for you. Oh, dude, this smells like a cookie in a freaking beer mug, bro.
All right, so I've got it looks like a damn looks like
yeah. Look at my head. My head's doing the same shit. It's like bubbling and popping.
It looks like a cream soda.
Yeah.
Good. So Nora, these two beers are from Martin House Brewery here in Texas, but one is a cookie stout, so it's like a cookie stout, cookie dough stout, and the other one is a cream stout, so cookies and cream, and they're meant to be mixed together to make a cookies and cream.
Yes,
because they sell these beers in 4-packs, so you get obviously 2 cookies and 2 creams. So they sell them 4-packs,
6-packs.
Is it 6? I bought these.
Groovy told me 6. That's what he told me.
1, 2, 3. Okay, yes, because
he said it's 3 and 3, 3 and 3, 3 cookies and 3 creams, and then you can mix it into basically 3 drinks, basically. Oh, dude, I did, like I said, we did try both of these individually. They do taste absolutely delicious by themselves. Someone did tell me that the cookies was a little bit much just by itself without adding the cream to it. I didn't actually drink the whole beer. I did just have a taste. So I can't comment on that. But from what I've tasted, it's a freaking amazing beer, man. Who thought of putting cookies into beer, man? Come on.
Because I have had the cookies by itself, a whole can of it, and it was a little bit difficult to drink because it's just a little bit much.
Yeah,
you're 100% right. But you have to think a lot of these and I'm about to start drinking mine because I have a little bit of froth left, and I want to get that froth. But a lot of brewing companies now, they're putting like cereals, like there's one brewery near me that did a peanut butter Captain Crunch stout. So they put literally boxes upon boxes upon boxes of peanut butter Captain Crunch in the fermentation process, and they brewed it with this, and it's just
yes. So let's let's go ahead and try this because I do have a little bit of head left and I want to try it while there's still some head. So cheers, everybody. Let's do this.
But together, they smell amazing. It smells like Oreo and milk. And thank you, Nora. Wow. You get the cookie dough with the cream.
That is like, oh my God.
It is.
Dude, it's not delicious.
It's not heavy. It's a relatively light beer, although it being a stout. It's relatively light, but it is sweet. It is very flavorful.
Well, and when you think about it too, you've only got this stout is only a 6.2% ABV. So when you're talking this versus a 10% or a 12% ABV, those are going to be a lot heavier and thicker. And you know what I mean? Like when you get down to the 6%, you're there for flavor. And that's exactly what you get, man.
This thing packs a punch with flavor. I mean, goodness. I mean, I don't know what all hops, and I mean, you get the chocolate, you get the cream, you get the fudge, the sweetness. There's no bitterness whatsoever. Like you drink this, you think like you have like a bitter after bite on it. It is super sweet. From start to finish.
That's the thing too. Is that's what I was expecting. What's up, Kalani? How we doing? Thanks for coming in, buddy. Cheers to you, man. Cheers. We're actually sampling Martin House Brewery cookies and cream beer. There's the cookies and there's the cream, and you mix them both together to make an amazing beer. We did try them both individually. I don't know, man. I just the fact of the lower ABV, it's like you said, it's lighter. It's meant for taste. This beer, it tastes like I just baked a batch of cookies and popped one in my mouth and then had a drink of beer.
That's what it smells. And it smells the same way. It smells like you've just baked fresh batch of it. It has that just like sweetness overload smell to it. It's super sweet.
Dude, this right here, we're actually making biscuits and gravy for dinner because I love breakfast for dinner. I've always loved breakfast for dinner. And so I may actually save some of this because I'm really interested to try this cookies and cream beer with some freaking biscuits and gravy, bro.
Heck yeah,
Are you kidding me?
Dude.
It's a breakfast/dessert beer, dude. I'm telling you what, you go out and have a dinner, a good like hearty dinner, go get some surf and turf, get some bowl of ice cream, and get some fucking Martin House cookies and cream with your bowl of ice cream. And I'll tell you what, it doesn't matter if it's vanilla, chocolate, Neapolitan, it will make your ice cream taste better. This tastes fantastic.
And with Martin House, I got these a couple months ago. I've yet to see any more of them on the shelves.
Yeah.
Because they do put out new beers pretty much on a weekly basis. And so these may have been a limited release. So I don't see too many. I have not seen these on the shelf since. I know that a certain person, Miss Kathy, she is getting a set of these as well. But
if you happen to find them, those, let me know.
To find them,
let me know, buddy, because these are fucking amazing, and I can't get them up here. I can't. They're Martin House. It's Texas specific. Trust me, I googled it. I tried to figure out, and literally on their website it says we cannot ship across the state of Texas or out of state because of federal laws. So I can't order anything from them unless I actually go directly to their brewery.
Yeah, and I need to call them. Like, if anybody's interested in this, I could call them and see if they even have some of these on back order, because I know that their brewery, it's not too far from me, and see if they have some of these in their warehouse, just kind of sitting there that they didn't sell. But I have a feeling, since these are so good, that they probably went like freaking hotcakes.
Oh, hell yeah.
Because I know
Kathy, you're always welcome for dinner. We'll set a plate for you.
I know Groovy had quite a few of them. He picked up quite a few of them. And when I saw them, I just picked up a 6-pack. I was like, I wasn't sure if I was going to like it or not.
Although I'll tell you what, right now, I I think I have fallen in love with sour beer. Bro, I've had 2 of them already. I want more. I had the passion fruit salty lady from Martin House, and I had the big surge, which is a blue coconut with lactose from Martin House as well. And they are both absolutely delicious. That pineapple lady or that passion fruit salty lady was super sour, but then you get that salty kick at the end of it, so it kind of mellows it out a little bit, man. Oh my God. I can't find sour beers up here anywhere, and I am in love, bro.
Sour beer for a sour puss. I am testing our Nightbot here to see if it works because I have not seen a command flow through yet. So I'm seeing
I haven't
if
seen anything drop.
Nope. So we may have to. I knew whenever I first got Nightbot, it took a minute for it to realize what the hell it was doing. Even on my other channel. So I'm giving it a test real quick to see if it works.
Yeah. So like I said, I'm probably gonna be hitting you up and sending you some fundage to get some more sours for me for sure. Because I want to try some different ones. I know they have a mango salty lady and I think a couple other flavors. Maybe
they have a mango salty lady. I found a couple of those tall boys. I got 3 of them. I can go back to the store and try to find some more.
Dude,
they have those blue surge beers galore. They have
what other sours do they have from Martin House? I'm just curious because I tried to look up their brew list, but for some reason their website wasn't giving me their types of beers they sell.
They have quite a few. They have those pickle beers, which I'm not really a fan of. Those are considered sours, but I'm
are they dill pickle beers?
Well, they use like pickle. They have like a spicy pickle beer. They have a.
I'm just not a fan of dill pickles.
Yeah, I mean it tastes like you're drinking pickle juice.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
And it's not very pleasant. Like I love pickles, but just drinking a beer that tastes like the juice, no, just not my type of thing. They have quite a few of them, because they do pride themselves in stouts and sours. That's their 2 go-tos.
That's their go-tos. I'll tell you what, though, that cream, that ale that they have, man, I'll tell you what, if they made an ale like that without the cream flavoring to it, because I can taste the beer behind the cream, you know what I mean? Like, they've got a good base set there for an ale beer that they could then transfer into a different type of ale minus the sweetness of the cream. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I don't know if they have other ales. I'm sure they do. I would gauge to guess that a brewery is going to have multiple types of beer. They're going to have an IPA. They're going to have stouts, sours. They're going to have something for everybody. You know what I mean? That's kind of what you have to do and be versatile in the market. So like I said, how many do they have IPAs that they make? I'm not a fan of them, but I'm just curious, like what types of beer. I know they do stouts and sours and ales, but do they do anything else besides that?
Stouts, sours, ales. They don't do too many lagers.
They don't do lagers.
They have started to get into the seltzer game.
The seltzer game. Oh, well, that's huge right now because a lot of people are wanting to lose weight and being very calorie conscious, and they're trying to drink things that are lower calories, lower carbs, blah blah blah. You know what I mean? So I can completely get that. But my question is that there's a huge market out there in beers, and I honestly, tasting the beers I've tasted from this company, if they don't have an IPA, and if anybody from Martin House is listening, don't do it. Don't do it. Just stick with what you're doing. The stouts, the ales, the freaking sours are amazing. The market is way too saturated with IPAs. I love what you guys are doing with the sours and all that stuff. I am now a sour addict, and I'm going to do everything I can to find sour beers. So they're absolutely amazing. I didn't think that the Blue Surge was going to be blue, bro. I poured that in my cup. I'm like, what in the hell is this?
It is a blue as can be. Yes.
Yes. It was so blue, it was almost green, man. I freaking loved it.
Hold on 1 second. I figured out why the Nightbot's not working. I'm a dodo.
Oh, did you fix it?
I'm in the process of doing it right now. I forgot to add Nightbot as a moderator. Whoops.
Oh, no, you're good. You're good.
So I'm going to do that real quick here.
We're getting it all set up. It is what it is.
But I do want to, obviously we need to go for an hour because if you do a video or a stream less than an hour, it's pretty much pointless. So we'll at least go for another 15 minutes or whatever.
Yep. We ain't going nowhere.
I just need to add Nightbot in.
Thanks again for everybody in chat for coming and hanging out with us. We really appreciate all the support, guys. We really do. We put a lot of time and effort into this show and a lot of time and effort into this channel. And so we really appreciate everybody that's been there for us and helped us get through where we are right now. And everybody that continues to come support us when we go live. We love you guys. Thank you so much again for popping up. We got another about 12, maybe 13 minutes. We'll be up here just hanging out. Man, drinking this beer. That's all I keep trying to do is just drink this beer. Oh, man. And you can even tell, like, I don't know if you can see my glass. You can't see it from there. But when you look at it in the light, the very bottom of the glass is lighter than the top of the glass because it's like the ale settles and the stout almost goes above it, which is weird because I know the stouts are usually heavier than ales. But like you said, I think this is a light stout. It's not a heavy stout like a 10% or a 12% that you would find from other breweries. You know what I mean?
True. No problem. 1 second.
Right.
Okay, now let me try something.
You get it? Man.
All right, Guani. Yeah, I'm sure I'll jump over there once we are done here. But yes.
Dude,
we could go do a raid on her before we end here. I just want to make sure that Nightbot's working real fast before we jump out of her. Let's see here.
It didn't work.
Hold on. It may take it a second.
Did you capitalize the B?
No, it yeah, hold on.
Are you sure?
Positive. Because you can't capitalize it. It'll automatically so
it's not case sensitive or anything?
No. Give me 1 second here.
Sam is live. Awesome. Let's raid her.
Yeah, we will.
Hold on a second. I'm gonna pull up her stream really quick. Hang on a second. Give me a minute. Because yeah. Samantha Lee's awesome. I always try to support her. She always supports me. I've done a bunch of her after parties. If you guys don't know Samantha Lee and you're not subscribed to her, go check her out. She did an awesome radio live performance on one of the local radio stations near her the other day. And I'll tell you what, she sounded like a professional. Her music was amazing. Her song choice was amazing. So hats off to you, Samantha, for doing an amazing job doing what you do.
Hold on 1 second here. Just doing a couple things. Let me log out and log back in real quick. There it goes. Uh-oh. Hold on.
What'd you do? Why'd you break stuff?
No, it's timing people out for some reason. Shit.
Oh, because you didn't take the freaking thing off.
I'm gonna take the moderator off of it. Hold on. Yes. Sorry guys, that was unintentional. I've got to take the moderator off of Nightbot. Hold on.
Really? Nightbot, chill out, buddy. Chill out. Relax, Nightbot. Relax.
Disable. Let's see here.
Scream and hope she stops.
Oh, come on. Stop it. Give me the option to freaking mute. Why are you doing this?
Damn dog. Yeah.
Come on.
Yep. I fixed it now. Hold on.
No, you're good. You're good. My computer is being super slow right now, so.
Let me just make sure I can.
Damn it! What just happened?
Hold on a second. Well, we'll go give Miss Samantha Lee a raid here in
I'm
just
gonna have
a
to do it
second.
from my phone apparently because there it goes. Hold on.
I just wanna fix Nightbot from timing people out.
No, you're good. All right, give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
What up, Axe and Nacho? I see you. What up, buddy? Just disable. Okay, I think I've turned everything off, so we shall see. Okay, now, okay, so there you go, Kathy. So, like I said, I apologize for people who have been booted. I forgot to turn off all of the filter settings.
All right, did you figure it out?
Yep, I turned everything off. So
beautiful. So
now,
Nightbot can't screw anybody.
No, Nightbot cannot. Yeah, I can see Axe just put all caps, and that's what everybody was getting busted for, was caps and emojis, and everything's working now. Because everybody's putting emojis now, and it's not. Let me just double check it. Hold on. Oh, I'm not under. Yeah. Shit. Hold on. Let me do it under my other channel. Dadgummit.
All right. I'm ready with the hashtag Poor Boys Raid whenever you are, buddy. I know you're finishing up doing what you got to do, so do what you're doing, and then we can go over there and raid her real quick. There we go. What's up, Axe and Nacho? How we doing? Thanks for popping in. We are actually getting ready to shut this down here in about 5 minutes. We're going to send everybody over to Samantha Lee. She is live. I may pop up on her panel for a bit, and then who knows what happens after that.
So, all right, we're going to do hashtag.
Put it in chat, because if it's different than what I got, I'm going to have to change mine.
I am. I didn't know you put something in there.
Well, I didn't. I was going to put hashtag Poor Boys Raid in all caps, but yours is not all caps, and you have.
I can change it to all caps.
Now you got to fuck around and make me add fucking emojis, bro. God damn it. Hold on.
I can change it to all caps. That ain't no problem. And I will share the audio.
All right. My computer's being slow, so we're just going to do the hashtag Poor Boys Raid, all caps, no freaking emojis, because my computer's not liking me right now.
No, fish.
All caps?
Hey, John.
All caps, yep.
There's no way. I'm too psycho. Or too not psycho. What's the word? Too.
All right, you ready? Are
I
you
get
in Poor Boys or are you in?
There's no way.
I'm in Poor Boys.
Enough, but
All right, do that. I'm in Pigskin, so that's perfect. Go ahead. Everybody that's in here, if you want to, please go over to Samantha Lee.
At 5 p.m.
Live.
live.
We are
They
going
did
to
a
raid her.
beautiful
Hashtag
concert,
Poor Boys Raid.
probably early this morning for a lot of you.
I'm waiting for
and,
you there,
yeah.
Cad.
Go
Welcome,
for
my
it.
friend.
I've already
Good to
dropped
see
it.
you.
It should be already in the
Cool.
chat.
Unless you're
Is it?
famous, you won't get through.
What?
It's in there. Mine's already in there. Go ahead.
Isn't it? Well, yeah, that's true.
It's in the chat already over
It
there.
depends, man. My buddy, I got this one buddy. He does the same kind of show I do. Like you're talking to famous people, whatever. At least people we try to be famous.
And by the
And,
way, there's
this
the
guy,
link
he
if
has,
anybody
this
wants to
car
go
garage
there. My
show
bad. I
the
forgot
other
to
day.
post the
Thank
same
you,
link
boys.
over there. Whoops.
And this dude only had like 300 subs the other day. And this video's got like 25,000 views, and he's got like 50 subs out of it, like 3,000 watch hours, in like a day and a half. I was like, you lucky bastard.
Right?
He's been out there killing it.
It's luck sometimes, and it's like you just have to have an amazing video.
It's
like
100%.
others.
Well, it's about
like
these
content and
There
luck
we
at
go.
times.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
If you're
it's
not
scary.
following Samantha
Like, some of
Lee,
these guys
it
will
should
do.
be.
They're all enthused
What's
to do
wrong
shows.
with-
and then
what's
they'll
wrong with
just
you for not
drop
following
and
her?
Not do it. You know what I mean, you gotta
Yep.
figure out, and it's pure dumb random luck. You know, sometimes it gets.
Yep.
Some months it's just annoying, man. Sometimes I got backlogs of guests, and I
I
haven't
don't
had
see yours. That's weird.
a week and a half. It's like
I'm
dude,
in there as Poor
give me
Boys.
something. Jesus.
Yeah, I don't. I don't see it. That's weird.
I don't want to be spiked.
So mine's right here. Right there, you see me highlighted
what was I
it.
gonna
The Four
say?
Boys.
Yeah. They also have
On the
like
screen.
I see
I
it.
think there's a little bit of control going on when people upload things. I really do.
Oh, yeah.
When I uploaded that joke on TikTok, the dance me and that
Alrighty. She saw it. She acknowledged it. So awesome. And I see Nightbot's working. I've taken off all the filters and moderation, so it should not
And
be.
Nightbot won't shut anybody up, basically.
Yeah, and obviously since we just got Nightbot started, it's dumping all of the commands all at once. The more that it gets used to our streams, it will start to chill the hell out. So
Pace that out a little bit. Yeah.
yeah, it's just right now since it got started, it's just doing a freaking Nightbot dump is what it's doing. So
Yes.
yep, that's exactly what it's doing.
Oh man. Well, this
So
was
we
good,
got-
man. This was awesome. Another
Yeah,
NCAA tournament in the books.
Yep, great tournament. It was a great discussion. We had some good people in the chat. Again, Kansas, Rock Chalk Jayhawk ended up winning the whole
They
tournament.
wanted it more than anybody else, and that showed because they went home with the title.
Yep, and we'll do this again next year. We'll do it all over again next year. We'll be a little bit more prepared. In about a month or so out, we'll start announcing it, and we'll try to get more and more people involved. I think it'll be a revolving thing where it just get as many people involved as we possibly can. So
We will be doing fantasy football next football season. Just FYI.
Yes.
I know we're a bunch of months out, but just keep that in mind. We will be doing fantasy football for the Poor Boys. We'll have our own league. If you want to be involved, please email us. Our email has been dropped by Nightbot. It's also in our About section. Hit us up. Let us know. We'll get people started on the list now. That way, when time rolls around, we'll send out messages to everybody, make sure everybody's set up in the league, and then we'll be good to rock and roll.
Yep, and we'll probably start doing that about a month and a half away from football season. So that way, we can get everybody involved who wants to be involved. Give you time to do your research. I mean, hell, start doing your research during preseason or during like the spring training or not. Yeah, I guess it would be preseason. Spring training is baseball, but start looking at it once they start doing all the preseason stuff, and then we'll probably fire off something in maybe August. Because I'm doing my draft last week in August, so maybe we can do it the week before that or something. Like give it a good, month or two advance to let people know what we're doing.
Hell yeah!
So,
all right, everybody. Thanks for everybody that showed up. Poor Boys, this was a lot of fun. It's always a lot of fun. Thanks for everybody that popped in and supported us. We love you guys. Thank you so much. I'm gonna send you out on a little 15-second little blurb that I made. This is called "Just Do It," and this is for everybody out there that's struggling in life. So love you, and here we go.
Just do it. Make your dreams come true. Do it. Nothing is impossible. Do it. Make your dreams come true.